The Apple Watch made a splash when it launched in late September 2022 and is arguably one of the smartest smartwatches ever created in the active lifestyle space. Crafted from a durable titanium case and housed in an oversized digital crown for operation with gloved hands, Altura has arrived to allay the fears of owners of the previous generation Apple Watch, especially those who breaks such an expensive item during running, climbing, or generally badass. But how does this compare to the likes of Garmin Fenix 7? Is it really an Apple Watch? Ultra matches the best characteristics of Garmin in this video. We're going to compare Ultra with Garmin 7. To find out which one is better to buy. For more information and updated prices, check the links in field description below. Without further ado, let's start from a design point of view. These two models are the same size. Ultra watch is zero point 0.1 thinner and its shape. The Garmin Fenix 7 watch is slightly different round and have a diameter of 47 cm. Apple Watch Ultra is more like rectangle, 49 inches high and 44 inches wide. One dimension confronts another. What makes them roughly comparable, however, Apple. The watch is significantly heavier, weighing 61.3 grams without strap standard. Fenix 7, made of stainless steel, weighs 56 grams, dropping to 50 grams in the titanium version. This is probably the fairest comparison since Ultra watches have titanium ceramic bat body. Take a closer look with your mouse. And the reason for this discrepancy will be obviously Fenix 7 is only partial metal structure, regardless which version you will get. Sidewalls made from plastic polymer. The durability properties of both watches are excellent. Each of them is designed for 100-meter waterproof. But while Apple claims Ultra watch withstands immersion to depths of up to 40 meters, Garmin does not claim to have Fenix Dive 7. I don't think it's a watch suddenly filled with water at a depth of 40 meters. However, Garmin leaves diving properties with its dive. Descendi Ivan Super Roads Downhill. Both they are designed for immersion at 100 meters surpasses Apple Watch Alter. And still, if you are a diver and choose only between these two, Apple Watch Ultra is an obvious choice, and more due to the depth rating in the Apple Watch. There is a depth gauge pressure sensor, Fenix 7. This is not the case, which means that they can tell how far you are below the surface. Nonetheless, these 2 hours were created for others. In hospitable conditions, they both designed for use with temperatures up to 20 degrees Celsius. While Apple Watch Ultra have advantage at high temperatures, rotates 55 degrees versus 45 degrees from Garmin. However, I'm interested. Is the technology really inside Apple? Watch can help improve temperatures they have. Yo screen capable of reaching an incredible 2000 newtons. In direct sunlight, what will cause additional heating? Fenix 7 transflective display. Smith absorbs all the sunlight which he can accept without additional energy consumption. Of course, in reality, Apple Watch Ultra will likely significantly reduce maximum power of your display long before she reaches 55 degrees. Regarding GPS tracking in Ultra, presents multi-band GPS using LUN and AlphaFans. Garmin started using this technology in 2020, year in their autonomous GPS receivers, and yes, it is available. Fenix 7, both systems location, also support the most important satellite arrays are GPS USA, GLONASS Russia, Galilee, EU, KSI, Japan, and Beta China. On Garmin doesn't actually list, most of them are in the function table, Fenix 7, but they are available in all mode clock systems. Even add more one array that Apple Watch Ultra does not supports Indian erns. This is one of the smallest arrays, and probably he shouldn't affect your Apple's overall solution, is usually larger, tied to roads and paths than Garmin, what leads more beautiful if not necessarily more accurate maps routes regarding time. Apple Watch battery. Life is twice as long as Apple Watch 8, series 36 hours instead of 18, and power saving mode coming soon, which reduces some functions to increase this time to 60 hours. Apple says it will last for 12 hours using GPS outdoors standard power mode. None of this doesn't even remotely compare to with the endurance of a Garmin Fenix 7. He can work up to 57 hours. GPS tracking 18 days in standard mode or 57 days in battery saving mode is 432 hours up to 36, from 33.68 hours up to 60 at using power saving modes. They may also be noticeably enlarged due to sunlight in models. Fenix 7, solar charging, if you go out into direct sunlight for several hours every day. Overall, I find that Garmin's rating can be a little more optimistic than Apple's, which are usually as strong as rock, but there is no competition. There is one thing that can really kill a Phoenix Battery 7 music playback. It is designed at only 10 hours of GPS tracking with music, and Apple Watch Alter can work in for 20 hours of music. She can even survive Phoenix 7 on playback music during tracked exercises. This is a hint of the reason for the big difference endurance. Apple Watch Alter is real smart. Watch with quiet power has a Phoenix 7 processor from Garmin, some characteristics of smartwatches, but in essence, it is much more focused fitness watch. They have much more powerful display and they don't always connected to the network in the same degree like the Apple Watch. That's why I find it so easy with Garmin watches. You only need to get along from time to charge them. In terms of Apple Watch smart features, Alter have the same intellectual possibilities that the Apple Watch 8 series. You get access to the best store applications for smartwatches from all of you. You can make calls using your hours. And since all watches are equipped cellular connection, 4G for this you don't even need a nearby Apple phone, demonstrated the power of the Apple platform. Watch at the very launch demonstrated third-party application that turns Watch in the dive computer. Of course, you can also talk to Siri via Watch, since it is equipped with a triple microphone array. Two speakers setting can also be used for sending messages using voice rather than virtual keyboard. Ultra Watch also equipped with a kg heart and health sensor and temperature sensor, which can estimate the time of ovulation in the menstrual period, human cycle after the fact. On the other sides, sanctions of smartwatches. Garmin's Even Classic is mainly limited to receiving notifications from your phone and loading relatively simple apps from the Garmin Connect store. However, Phoenix 7 has a ton intellectual functions that are not depends on internet access. It may control Garmin bike lights Varia. You can connect to bicycle turbo trainer and use a watch to control it, resistance, and sending to it. User travel data without need for autonomous platforms such as Trainer Route or Swift Phoenix. 7 allows you to connect wirelessly other fitness accessories such as foot headphones and measuring straps, heart rate via Bluetooth, or you can upload huge map files covering entire continents and get directions from point A to point B without the need to connect to telephony or the internet in general. Is unconventional smartwatch functions. They're pretty smart if you ask me overall. I would choose the Apple Watch Alter. This is an interesting watch with impressive. Apple's characteristics are not just increased display battery life. She also added works waterproof, ready to dive and giving depth. What makes it a viable shaker for hobbyists diving underwater? He is more effective than Garmin Fenix 7 out of water. Phoenix may work better for many people thanks to the extra long time battery life, and the fact that they are bright outdoor conditions will not be affected for battery life. Unlike Watch Ultra Display Toilet with resolution 2000. No. Apple successfully refuted the argument that serious amateurs' active recreation requires clothes, not Apple Watch. However, I can't help but feel using my own example. Apple usage. What if you are a leader dives and not the one who does it as a hobby? You probably don't care. Would you prefer a professional device? Level, such as Garmin Descent MK2. You agree with this? Let us know at comments below to receive additional information and updates. Prices. Check the links in the description field below. If you liked the video, subscribe.